Good afternoon, everyone. In today's class, we are going to discuss about what are the applications of stacks. Yeah, in previous class, we discussed about here what do you mean by stack, what type of operations we are going to perform on stacks. Here, before going to start this topic, just I would like to recall what do you mean by stack and what type of operations we are going to perform on stack. Stack is a linear data structure in which we can insert the element and we can delete the element from one end, right? We are using only one end, that's the reason we are going to use only one pointer, that is top. From top we are going to insert the element and we are going to delete the element from the top. Here we are saying that stack is a data structure, that's the reason we are going to perform various types of operations on stacks. Here generally insertion, deletion and traversing, right? Traversing are display the elements which are present in this stack. Here before inserting any element into the stack, first of all we have to check whether the stack is full or not, right? That is the overflow condition. Then if you are going to delete the element from the stack, we have to check whether the stack is empty or not, that is the underflow condition. Whenever we are going to use any stacks in any method, just we have to use these two things. So here we have to check whether the stack is full or not, we have to check whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is full, we can't insert the element into the stack. If the stack is empty, we can't delete the element from the stack, right? Here generally this insertion is going to perform by using the push operation, deletion is going to perform by using the pop operation. Display or traverse means we have to visit each and every element which is present in the stack, right? Here generally we are going to represent the stack in terms of arrays, that's the reason initially top equals to -1. Why? Because array index is going to start from 0, that's the starts from 0, that's the reason we are going to assigning initially top equals to -1. When top equals to -1, stack is empty, we can't delete any element from this stack. If top equals to max -1, then we can't insert the new element into this stack, right? While we are going to insert any element into the stack, we have to check whether the stack is full or not, then we have to increment the top value, then we have to insert the element into the stack, right? This is the insertion operation, this is the push function, right? Next is the pop function. Here what are the steps while we are going to perform pop operation? First we have to check whether the stack is empty or not, right? If top equals to -1, top double equals to -1, stack is empty. If the condition is fails, then we have to delete the element, then we have to decrement the value of top, then we have to decrement the value of top. This is the this here in this way we have to perform the operations on this stack. Now in this session I am going to discuss about what are the various types of applications of stacks. Various types of applications of stack. What do you mean by application? Application means where we are going to use that particular stack, right? Here generally here stack is going to use for the reversing of a given string. We can use this stack to perform to find out the what is the reverse of a given string. For example, my string is, see here, for example my string is ABC, right? What is the reverse of the given string? CBA. Generally this stack we are going to use this stack here to find out the reverse of a given string, or in parsing technique we are going to use this stacks application, or else we can convert the infix to prefix or infix to postfix expression, or we can evaluate the postfix expression, right? We can use in photoshops also, or we can use in the web browsers. All these are the applications of stacks. We can use in tower hanai problem, tree traversals method. Here in data structure you are going to learn about how we have to perform the tree traversals method, how we are going to evaluate the postfix expression. Next is conversion of infix to postfix, conversion of infix to prefix conversions by using stacks. All these things are present in your syllabus, right? There is no Photoshop is not present in the syllabus, and web browsers and backtracking is not present in the syllabus. Here this backtracking you are going to learn in the third year in DA subject. While you are going to read DA subject, you are going to learn how you are going to perform the backtracking by using the stacks. In today's session I am going to discuss about here what are the various types of applications, in that how to evaluate the postfix expression, right? In the evaluation of postfix expression, how you are going to use this stacks, right? Here, before going to start evaluation of expression, here first you must know what you mean by expression. Generally, expression is consisting of operators and operands. Generally, expression is consisting of operators and operands. Operators and operands. See here. Generally, expression is a collection of operators and operands. Here, whenever we are going to write any expression, that particular expression must give a specific value. That particular expression must give a specific value. Then only we are going to say that that particular statement is a expression. That particular statement is a expression. Right here. What do you mean by operator? Operator is an entity which is used to perform a specific task. Operator is an entity which is used to perform a specific task. Generally, what type of operators we are going to use in real life? Plus, minus, star, divide, percentile, this dollar or cap symbol. Here, all these are, and the power symbol. All these are, we are going to use the operators in real life. Here, operator is an entity which is used to perform a specific task. Right? Then, what do you mean by operand? Operand is an entity which is used, in which the operators are going to perform. Right? Operators are the values on which the operators can perform the task. Right? Operators may be a, b, c, or variables. Generally, operands are the variables. Operands are the variables where we can allocate the memory location to that particular variables, and we can perform various types of operations on that particular variables. Right? See here. Generally, for some examples of the expressions are 2 plus 3 star 5. This is one example of expression. Right? Or else here, a plus b star c minus d. A plus b star c minus d. This is also one type of expression. Right? Here, generally, here we are going to use this stacks in conversion of infix to postfix expression, or else in conversion of infix to postfix expression, or we can evaluate the postfix expression. These are the general examples of applications of stacks. Before going to start that one, just what do you mean by expression? Expression is a consisting of collection of operators and operands. What operator mean? Operator is an entity which is used to perform a specific task. Generally, we are going to use plus, minus, star, divide. All these are the operators. Next is the operand. Means operand is the entity on which the operators can perform the operations. Right? Here, generally, we are going to use the variables are as an operands. 2 plus 3 star 5, 2 plus 3 minus 5. All these are the examples of expressions. Right? Yeah. There are three types of expressions are there. There are three types of expressions are going to be present. Right? First one is the infix, next one is the prefix, next one is the postfix expression. Infix, prefix, and postfix expression is there. Infix expression means if the operator is present in between two operands. If the operator is present in between two operands, then that particular expression is known as the infix expression. See here, a plus b. See here, operator is present here. Operator is present here. A plus b. Right? Operator is present. A plus b. Right? See here, 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is the infix expression. Why? Because operator is present in between two operands. Right? Prefix notation. Prefix means operator is present in before the two operands. Operator is present before the two operands are known as the prefix notation. See here, a plus b plus ab plus AB. So again, 2 plus 3 is equivalent of plus 2, 3. Plus 2, 3. So this is the prefix notation. This is the prefix notation. In this prefix notation, here how we are going to perform this operation, how we are going to represent that particular expression. Here we are going to represent the expression. Operator is going to represent before the operands. Right? Next one here, this prefix expression is also known as Polish notation. Prefix expression is also known as Polish notation. Next one is the postfix expression. Postfix means if the operator is present after the operands. If the operator is present after the operands, then it is known as the postfix expression. See here, AB plus, right? AB plus. Here 2, 3 plus. right? This postfix expression is also known as reverse Polish notation. Postfix expression is also known as the reverse Polish notation. Here we can represent the expressions in three types. First one is the infix, prefix and postfix. In infix expression, operator is present in between the operands. In prefix expression, operator is going to present before the operands. In postfix expression, operator is present after the operands. Here see, these three are equivalent. For example, here a plus b, r plus ab, or ab plus. These three expressions are going to be represent the same thing. These three expressions are going to represent the same thing. Here for example, what is the value of 2 plus 3? 2 plus 3 equals to 5, right? 2 plus 3 equals to 5, right? Here if I am going to write plus 2 3, plus 2 3, it is also equivalent of 5. 2 3 plus, it is also equivalent of 5 only here. So 2 plus 3 is it is equivalent of 5, plus 2 3 is also equivalent of 5. 2 3 plus is equivalent of 5 only. So here we can represent the same expression, expression in three types: infix, prefix, postfix, right? Now here in this case, see here, infix, for example, infix expression is there, prefix and postfix. Now I am going to convert this infix expression to prefix and postfix. Here for example, if it is a small expression is there, 2 plus 3, only single operator is there, 2 plus 3, so we have to put this plus before this one, plus 2 3, right? In postfix expression, 2 3 plus, right? If it is a general expression, then here directly we can write, whenever we are going to convert any expression, whenever we are going to convert any infix expression to prefix or infix to postfix, we have to use the operator precedence rule. While you are going to convert the expression from one expression to another form, we have to use this operator precedence rule. In this case, first highest priority operators are left and right parentheses. The operators which are present in the left and right parentheses operators, first you have to evaluate first. You have to evaluate those expressions first. Next is cap or dollar symbol. This is the power symbol. Next is the cap or dollar symbol. These two are equivalent symbols, right? These are the next highest priority operators. Next highest priority operators are star, divide, percentile. Star, divide, percentile, these are the next highest priority operators. After that, here plus, minus operators are the next priority operators. While you are going to convert any expression from one form to another form, we have to use the operator precedence rule. Here in this case, here first highest operator, here by using the operator precedence rule, we are going to assign the priorities to the each and every operator. We are going to assign the priorities to each and every operator. The operators which are having the highest priority are going to evaluate first. The operators which are having the highest priority are going to evaluate first. Then next highest priority next operators, then next operators are going to evaluate, right? See here I am saying that star, divide, percentile, these are the highest priority. These are the highest priority operators. In this case, here these three are having the equal priority. Here cap and dollar symbol are having the equal priority. Plus and minus are having the equal priority. Here now how you are going to recognize which one is having the highest priority in this star, divide and percentile symbol, right? While you are going to evaluate any expression, in that case you are going to evaluate the expression from left to right, Here you are going to evaluate this expression from left to right. First occurring operator is having the highest priority. See here, for example, in this case, 2 star 3 divided by 2. right? 2 star 3 divided by 2. See, star is having the star and divide both are having the equal priority. Star and divide both are having the equal priority. Then how you are going to evaluate this? First you have to evaluate this star, then you have to evaluate this divide symbol. First you have to evaluate this star, then you have to evaluate the divide symbol. So 2 into 3, 6. 6 divided by 2, 6 divided by 2, that is the answer is 3. For example, see here, if I am going to write 2 divided by 2 star 3, right, or else 2 divided by 4, 2 divided by 4 star 3. How you are going to evaluate this one? Here, see here, first is the highest, in this first case star is having the highest priority. In this case divide is occurring first. Here divide is occurring first, so divide is having the highest priority, then plus star, sorry, then star. So we have to evaluate divide symbol first. So 2 divided by 4, 2 divided by 4 means 0 0.5, 0 0.5 into 3, this is 15, 1.5, 1.5 is the my answer, right? This is the operator precedence rule. By using the operator precedence rule, we are going to evaluate the expressions. We are going to evaluate the expression by using the operator precedence rule. By using the operator precedence rule, we are going to assigning the priorities to the operators. We are going to assigning the priorities to the operators. Here 2 plus 3 plus 2, 3, 2, 3 plus, right? Next is 2 plus 3 star 5, 2 plus 3 star 5. In this case, which is having the highest priority? So star is having the highest priority. So we have to convert this 3 star 5 plus. Here I am going to convert this expression. In this case, here my expression is 2 plus 3 star 5. This is my expression. 2 plus 3 star 5 is my expression. Now I am going to convert this expression into prefix. So in this case, which one we have to evaluate first? First highest operator we have to evaluate first. Here this is the star is this. We have to evaluate this star first, right? So 2 plus, right, 2 plus here 3 star 5. For the 3 star 5, what is the prefix expression for 3 star 5? Star 3 5, star 3 5. This is my expression. Now my expression is 2 plus star 3 5. Now here 2 is one expression, star 3 5 is one more expression. So now I am going to evaluate this one, 2 plus star 3 5. So prefix means operator is present before the operand. So we have to put the operator plus first, then 2, then star, then 3 5, right? This is the conversion of infix to prefix. See here, for this one, same for the postfix expression. 2 plus 3 star 5 is there, right? Star 5 is the highest priority operator. In postfix expression, operator is present after the operand. So 2 plus 3 5 star, 2 plus 3 5 star. So this is, now this is my one operand, this is the second operand. So now I am going to convert this expression. So my expression is 2 3 5 star plus, right? This is the next, this is the postfix expression for this 2 plus 3 star 5. So this plus 2 3 star 3 5 is equivalent of 2 plus 3 star 5. Next is 2 3 5 star and plus. These are the equivalent for this one, 2 plus 3 star 5, right? Next is 2 plus 3 star 5. Here already I told that here the operators or operands which are present in the parentheses are going to evaluate first. 2 plus 3. So we have to evaluate first irrespective of precedence of that particular operator. Here plus is there, star is there. Here star is having the highest priority, but we are not going to evaluate star first. Why? Because we have to evaluate the expression which is present in the left and right parenthesis. First we have to evaluate this one. So see here 2 plus 3 star 5. This is my expression. Now I am going to convert this expression into this one. Here first we have to evaluate this one. So plus 2 3, then star 5, plus 2 3, then star 5. So after evaluating the expression, we have to remove the left and right parenthesis. We have to remove the left and right parenthesis. So now this is one expression, this is one expression, this is the second expression. So expression 1 into expression 2. So it is equivalent of here star plus 2, 3, 5 star plus 2, 3, 5. See my answer, right? Now for the same one, 2 here, how you are going to convert this one? How you are going to convert this one? Here, first we have to evaluate this one, right? 2 plus 3, so it is equivalent of 2, 3 plus star 5, right? Next is 2, 3 plus star 5. 2, 3 plus 5 star. So this is my postfix expression for the same regular expression. This is my postfix expression for the same regular expression. See here, I'll take one more example. 2 star 3 minus 5 plus 9. See here, star is there, minus is there. Both are having the highest priority than plus. But we are not going to evaluate star and minus first we have to evaluate the first we have to evaluate this one. So 2 star 3 minus plus 5 9, right? Then here star and this one, here see here, now this is one operator. In this plus and minus, which one is having the highest priority operator? Star is having the highest priority operator. So we have to evaluate the star first. So this is my one expression, this is my second expression, right? So now here star, my expression is star 2 3 minus plus 5 9. 2 3 minus plus 5 9. Now evaluate this one. This is one expression, this is one another expression. So minus star 2 3 plus 5 9. This is the prefix expression for the same thing. In the same way, first we have to evaluate 5 plus 9, it is equivalent of 5 9 plus, then we have to evaluate the star, so 2 3 star, then you have to evaluate this minus, so 2 3 star 5 9 plus minus. This is the postfix expression for the same infix expression, right? This is the postfix expression for the same infix expression. Now, now evaluation of postfix expression. Now evaluation of postfix expression. How you are going to evaluate the postfix expression? So before going to this one, just I'll give the algorithm for this one. How we are going to evaluate the postfix expression. In this case, first we have to initialize the empty stack. First we have to take the empty stack. Then we have to take the next token constant or arithmetic operator. Then if it is the operand, then we have to, if it is an operand, then we have to push into this stack. If it is an operator, then we have to delete top two elements from the stack, then we have to perform the operation. Again answer is going to push into this stack. Answer is going to push into the stack. Here until until the expression is going to end, you have to execute the, you have to perform the same thing. You have to perform the same thing. After completion of that particular expression, here you have to pop the last element. The last element will be the answer of that answer of your expression. Alright, in evaluation of the expression, first you have to initialize the empty stack. Here whenever you are going to write any program, whenever you are going to perform any operations, initially stack is empty. Initially stack is empty. Stack value is -1 only. Initially stack is empty only. Next you have to read the expression from left to right. You have to read the expression from left to right. Right here, if any operator is encountered, just you have to, sorry, if any operand is encountered, just you have to push into this stack. If any operator is going to encounter, just you have to delete the top two elements. Just you have to pop the first top two elements, then you have to perform the operations, then you have to perform the operation, then the answer is going to push into this stack. Answer is going to push into the stack. You have to perform the same operation until the expression is going to be end, right? This is the algorithm for evaluation of postfix expression. See here, this is my expression is there. Just I'll 562, here I'll write here 562, okay, right here 562, just I'll copy this expression, plus star plus star, then 124, then 124, 124, divide and minus, divide and minus, divide and minus, right? First you have here, I'll write here postfix expression, postfix expression. Next is scan symbol, stack content, scan symbol. Next is stack content, stack content, stack content. Here in this case, how you are going to evaluate this one? Here first you have to read the string from the, first you have to read the expression from left to right. You have to read the expression from left to right. Here first, what is my first expression here? This is from left to right now. Here this is from left to right. You have to read this expression from here, from left to right. Here I'm going to draw here stack. First 5. First I'm going to read 5. Here 5 means here it is operand or operator? Yes. It is an operand, right? 5 is an operand. So we have to push into this stack. We have to push into this stack. Here this is my scan symbol is 5 only. No need to write this one. Just I'll take 2 only. My scan symbol is 5. I'll start from here. Bye. Why it is not working? Just wait, ma. Here scan symbol, stack content. First we are going to evaluate from left to right. First is 5. 5 is an operand, so you have to push into this stack, that is 5. So here I am going to draw one stack. First symbol is 5. Just I am going to push into this stack. Next symbol is 6. So 6 is also the operand. 6 is also the operand. We have to push into this stack. So 5 comma 6. So stack consisting of 5 comma 6. Stack is consisting of 5 comma 6. Next scanning symbol is 2. Next scanning symbol is 2. 2 is an operand. 2 is an operand. So you have to push into the stack. 6 2 5 6 2. So 5 6 2. Now plus is there. What is this plus? Plus is an operator. Plus is an operator. Whenever you are going to read the plus, plus is an operator, just we have to delete the top two elements here. First you have to delete this 2. What is this 2? For example, here I am going to take n1. First you have to delete 2. Next you have to delete which one you are going to delete. This one from the top only you are going to delete the element. From the top only you are going to delete the element. Stack is going to follow the last in first out process, LIFO process. So we are having only one in top. From the top only we have to delete first. So first I am going to delete n first element, that is n1 element. N1 is 2. Next is N2 element. What is this N2? N2 is 6. N2 is 6. So next you have to perform the plus operation. Yes, you have to perform the plus operation on N2 plus N1. N2 plus N1. What is the N2 value? 6. 6 plus 2. 6 plus 2, that is 8. Here first deleted element is going to store in N1. Next deleted element is going to store in N2. So you are going to perform the plus operations on N2 plus N1. Right? So you have to delete this 2. You have to delete this 2. Right? Then 6. Then you have to insert this answer 8 here. So you are going to inserting this 8. Now stack is consisting of how many elements? 5 comma 8. Right? Stack is consisting of 5 comma 8. Right? These two elements are deleted. These two elements are deleted. Right? Now what is the next symbol? Star. Here star symbol is there. Whenever you are going to encounter star, you have to, star is an operator, so you have to delete top two elements. What is the top here? Now stack is consisting of how many elements? 8 commas 5. So first you have to delete the first element, n1 equals to 8. Then you have to delete the second element, n2 equals to 5. Then you have to perform the operations n2 star n1. What is n2? N2, here n2 is 5. 5 star 8. 5 star 8 is 40. You have to put 80 40. 5 8s are 40. You have to put this 40 here. You have first you have to delete this 8. Then you have to delete this 5. Then you have to insert 40. Answer is going to insert in this stack. So here you are going to put 40. Right? Now stack consisting of 40. So first deleted element n1 is 8, second deleted element is n2 is 5. Then you are going to perform the n2 star n1, 8 into 5, that is 40. Now next, what is the next encountered element? Next element is 1. Next element is 1. So 1 is there, so you have to insert, that is the operand, you have to insert into the stack. So here 1. Now stack is consisting of how many elements? Here 40 comma 1. Here I'll draw here stack here 40 then 1. 40 then 1. Next is 2. Next encountered element is 2. 2 is an operator or operand. 2 is in operand. So you have to, I'll use one more. 2 is an operand, so you have to insert this 2 into this stack. Now stack is consisting of 41 comma 2. So here 40 then 1 then 2. Right? Next is divide symbol. Next is the divide symbol. Divide symbol is there. So divide here 40 1 2 is there. First what is n1 value? N1 is 2. Right? N2 is, first we have to delete this one, n1 is 2, then n2 is 1. So divided by this one here, n2 divided by n1. N2 divided by n1. What is the n2 divided by n1? Here n2 value is 1. 1 divided by 2. If I am going to use the integer value, then my answer is 0. Then my answer is 0. So here 0.5. if I am going to represent the integer value 0.5, answer is 0. So you have to insert this 0 here. You have to insert this 0 here. Right? Now next is now stack is consisting of 40. Yeah, I think I missed something. 562 plus star 1 2. Sorry, here I have to read 4 now. In after 2 we have to read this 4. Sorry, instead of this divide symbol we have to use this 4. I missed the 4. 4 1 2. 4 is an operand, right? 4 is an operand, so we have to insert the 4. 40 1 2 4. So you have to insert this 4 here in this stack. Now stack is consisting of 40 1 2 4. Now you have to take the divide symbol. So divide is an operand, so you have to delete the top two elements. Top two elements are 4 comma 2. These two are the top two elements. So my n1 is 4, n2 is 2. So my n1 is 4, n2 is 2. So now you have to perform the operation. You have to perform the operation here. N2 divided by n1. N2 divided by n1. So what is my n2 value? Here n2 divided by n1. So 4 divided by 2, that is 2. So here you have to insert, see here, you have to insert, you have to 2 comma 4 is there, n2 divided by n1, sorry, n2 divided by n1, 2 divided by 4, 2 divided by 4, n2, what is the value of n2 here? 4, n2 is 2, 2 divided by 4, that is 0, right? So here 40 comma 1, 40 comma 1 comma 0. So divide is there. Next you have to insert this minus. How many elements are there here now? 3 elements are there. Is it the expression is right one? Why? Because I am not getting the correct answer. Just wait. 562 plus star 562 plus star. Alright. 562 plus star. Then 124. And then 124. Then divide minus. Why I am getting this one? 562 5840. Here where 124 divide minus 124 divide minus 124 divide minus 5 is there. First encountered 5 to 40. Then plus is there. Plus means 40. Then star is there. 40. See here we missed this one again. Why here we are putting this one? First encountered 5. I'll rub all those things. I am only confusing these things. Five, first encountered symbol 5, then 5 6, then 5 6 2, 5 6 2, 5 6 2. Then plus is there. Plus means first is the n1, n1 is 2, n2 is 6. Then you have to perform the operation n1 plus n2. So here 6 plus 8, 5 comma 8. So then you have to star is there, then my stack is consisting of, here I am going to write this 5 8, 5 8 is there. Now star is there, star means n1 equals to 8, n2 equals to 5, then n1 star n2, that is n1 is 40, so I am going to put 40 here, right? Up to here completed. Next is here, this is 1, then here now stack is consisting of 40 comma 1, right? Next is 2, now stack is consisting of 40 comma 1 comma 2 plus star 1. Next is 4, 4 means just you have to divide this 4, 4, 4 is there, just you have to enter this 4 here, 4. Next is divide symbol, so divide means n1 equals to 4, n2 equals to 2, then you have to perform here n2 divided by n1, that is 4 divided by 2, that is 2 answer. So you have to insert this 2 into this stack, so 40, then 1 and 2, then is minus, minus means here n1 equals to 2, here next here 40 1 comma 2, minus is there, minus means n1 equals to 2, n2 equals to 1. So here you have to perform the operation on n2 minus n1, that is 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So you have to insert minus 1 now, here 40 minus 1. So here 40 and minus 1 is there, 40 comma minus 1, here we have to write one more, we have to take one more operator, here I am going to take the minus operator here, then only we can evaluate this expression. Here 40 comma minus 1, then again if I am going to read minus, then you have to evaluate these two, 40 minus 1, for n1 is minus 1, n2 is 40, n2 is 40, then n2 minus n1, n2 is 40, minus of minus 1, 40 plus 1, 41. So you have 41, now you have to insert this 41 here, so 41 here. Next is now stack is consisting, sorry, stack is consisting of this 41 symbol. Now the stack is consisting of 41 symbol, so you have to delete this symbol from the stack and you have to evaluate, you have now this is the answer for this expression 41, right? This is the answer for this evaluation of expression. At the end you have to get only one operand, at the end you have to get only one operand. So this is the evaluation of the expression, this is the evaluation of the expression, right? In this format you have to evaluate the expression, right? Next is here how you are going to evaluate this expression, how you are going to evaluate the expression. Here I am going to use this hash include iostream.h, right? Hash include iostream.h, hash include conio.h is there. Here I am going to use mat.library file is there, mat.h. Here we are going to use plus, minus, star, divide symbols are there, that's the reason we are going to take this mat.h header file, right? Hash c type.h header file is there. So here we are going to use this all these header files in our program. So using namespace std is there, that is the same thing, namespace std, we are going to use the namespaces in our program. Why? Because we are executing the complete program in C++, in dev C++. See here in my main function, see, check this main function. Here I am going to represent the complete expression in terms of, I am going to represent in terms of characters, in terms of characters. So here I'm going to evaluate the complete expression in terms of characters. That's the reason we have to take the ASCII value of that particular 1 2 3 4, right? Next, here for the clear screen I am going to use system, right? In double quotes we have to use the CLS. In hash include stdio.h, conio.h is there. In conio.h we are going to use CLR SCR na. Here we are not going to use the CLR SCR function directly, we have to use the system CLS function here, right? Next is cout, enter the postfix expression to be evaluated. C in get line. See here, here I am not going to use any C in C, C in directly, C in A, C in B. Here generally we are going to use here na C in A, C in B, in this format na. Here if you are going to use any string, so we have to use the complete line. Here we are entering the complete line. 2 plus 3 star 5, 2 3 star 5 minus, this is the expression. So 5 2 3 star 5 is there. So this is the expression is there. For this expression we have to use the get line method. We have to use the get line method. This get line method is present, yeah, stdlib header file. So that's the reason I am going to include stdlib header file in my program, right? See here. Next is postfix. Here postfix q. Here I am going to create one object for this one. Here postfix q. Postfix q means here I am creating one class here. See here I am creating one class here. For this class postfix, here I am creating the object. Here I am creating the object here q. I am creating the object q here. Q dot set expression. Q dot set expression. Then here set expression is there. One is used to set the complete expression. Next is calculate the complete expression. Next is show the expression. Show the expression, and get ch means you are getting the answer. First is set expression. Here this is my int main function. First I am going to entering the expression. Then how I am going to entering the expression in terms of string. That's the reason I am going to use the get line method. Get line method. So postfix q means I am creating the object of the postfix class. By using this object I am going to use this set expression method, and by using the set expression method then we have to calculate that particular expression, then we have to show the answer of that particular expression, right? See here. Now I'll explain what is the class and all those things. See here in class postfix expression, here this is the application of the stack. That's the reason we are going to use this stack, right? This is the application of stack. That's the reason I am going to use this one stack. Here maximum size of the stack is 50. So I am going to defining stack size is 50. Right. Next is here void set expression. Here postfix. Here one constructor is there. That's the reason here whenever we are going to create any object, immediately constructor is going to invoke, so it is going to invoke first. Here we are going to use the top pointer is there, nn value is there. Here we are going to use two variables. One is the top variable, second one is the nn variable. So one is top, second one is the nn variable. So char star 5s is the public postfix set expression. Here in stack, while we are going to implement any stack, we have to use the push and pop function. So here I am going to use this push function. Next is the pop function, right? Push and pop. Whenever we are going to use any stack application, stack data structure in our program, we have to write the code for the push and pop. Next is here set expression. Already we are by using the object I am calling this set expression. Then calculate, then show. These three already I explained here now. Yeah, these three are going to be called set expression, q calculate, and q show, right? First I'll take here whenever any object is created, generally this constructor is going to be invoked. Postfix is there, this is the constructor, so constructor is going to evaluate first. So initially whenever the constructor is going to evaluate, here top value is going to be assigned -1. Here initially stack is empty, that's the reason we have to assign the -1 value to the top. So in constructor we are assigning top equals to -1. In constructor we are assigning top equals to -1. Next is void set expression. Here I am going to setting the expression. Here I'm going to take one string. S string is there. In S is there. In S, I am going to store the str value. Generally, string name itself the address of that particular string. String name itself the address of that particular string. That's the reason here I am going to take one pointer variable. In that pointer variable, I am sending the expression. Now expression is going to store in S. Expression is going to store in S. This is very lengthy program. That's the reason I am going to explain each and every line which is present in that particular program. How you are going to evaluate, how you are going to write the program, how you are going to evaluate the program, and all those things I am going to explain line by line. Right here, a set expression is there. In set expression, here I am going to assigning S equals to str. Now complete expression is going to store in S. Next is already you know the what do you mean by push function. What is push function? Void push fix. Here see here why we have to use this one. See here postfix is there, right? Postfix is there. That's the reason we have to take this in postfix class. Here push function is there, pop function is there. What is the return time for push function? Void is there. So first we have to write void, then class name followed by the scope resolution operator, then push function int item. We have to evaluate this in this way, right? Next is here see your top equals to max minus 1, stack is full, else you have to increment the top value, top plus plus, stack top equals to item, stack top equals to item. This is the insertion, right? Next is here pop. Here see here what is the return type? Integer is there. Integer is the return type. That's the reason we have to take int. Return type is int followed by the class name, then followed by the function name, right? If top equals to max, if top equals to minus 1, then stack is empty. We can't delete the element from the stack, so top equals to minus 1, stack is empty. Stack is empty, so return 0. Else you have to delete the top, then we have to return the see here you have to take one data variable, data stack of top equals to minus 1, return the data, right? Next is calculate. How you are going to calculate the operation? Here I am going to take n1, n2 and n3. Same. Yes, s is there already. This is the s is the string. If it is any this one space is there, tab is there, just you have to increment the top, then you have to continue. If it is a digit, here for example 1 2 3 is there. Here I am representing this in this format 1 2 3, right? Here if I am going to write this 1 2 3, here what is the answer? What is the, for example I am taking one, this is one string str1. Now 4 5 6, this is str2. So here what is the value of str1 plus str2? So 1 2 3 4 5 6, str1 plus str2. If we are going to represent these integers in terms of strings, so if I am going to perform 1 2 3 4 5 6, addition of these two 9 6 5, how you are going to perform? You have to declare these are as in terms of integers, but here in this case see here we are going to declare this in terms of strings, so we have to convert those into the digits. That's why we have to take this minus 0. Nn equals to star s minus 0 value. Here generally 0, for example 0 is having ASCII value of around 1 to 1. I didn't remember exact 0 ASCII value of 0 value. Then what is the value ASCII value of 1? Then 1 2 2. Then what is the ASCII value of 2? 1 2 3. Right? Now if I am going to perform here 1 is one character, 2 is one more character, then 1 plus 2. So 1 plus 2 is 1 2 only. Here if it is 1 is one string, 1 is one string, 2 is one more string. Then if we are going to add 1 plus 2, this is 1 2. If it is an integer 1 plus 2, it is equivalent of 3. It is equivalent of 3. So here we are giving this 1 comma 2 as in terms of integer. So we have to convert this string into the integer. See here, what is the ASCII value of 1? That is 122. What is the ASCII value of 1? 122. What is the ASCII value of 0? Minus 121. Then we are getting 1 now. See here, that's the reason here we are taking this one. nn equals to star s minus 0. For example, my expression is 2 3 plus. So what is 2 value? Yeah, 3 value is 1 2 4. What is 2 value? Here generally first we have to take as a 2 as an integer, this one. So 2 is 1 2 3 minus 0 ASCII value is 1 2 1. Now this is going to stored in nn. Now what is my nn value? Nn equals to 2. Nn equals to 2 now. Now nn equals to 2. So that's the reason here we are taking star s minus 0, this one. Then you have to push the n value. In the same way, 3 means nn equals to, what is the ASCII value of 3? 1 2 4. 1 2 4. What is the ASCII value of 0? 1 2 1. Then what is our answer? 3. So you have to push into this stack, that is 3. Then else. So first we have to delete the first value, that is n1. Then you have to delete the n2 value. Then you have to insert. Then you have to perform the various types of operations. Then we have to push into the answer s3. Then you have to increment the value. Then again you have to repeatedly you have to perform the same thing until the expression is end. Until the expression is going to end, you have to perform the same operations again and again. Right? Show means here at the end you have to use this nn pop. This one cout result is nn. In nn here at the end stack is having only one element. For example, 20 is there. Nn means you have to call this 20. Then you have to show the answer is 20. See here, for example, my expression is 2 plus 3 star 5 is there. 2 plus 3 star 5 is there. Now I am going to convert this into postfix expression. How I am going to 2 plus 3 5 star. Now 2 3 5 star plus 2 3 5 star plus is the my expression. Now what is the answer for this one? 2 plus 3 into 5 15. My answer is 17, right? Here now here this 2 plus 3 star 5, my answer is 17. So I am going to evaluate this one. Just I am here it is very difficult to write the complete program here. In this case, that's the reason just I copy whatever which is present in the PPT. Just I copied all those things here, right? Just compile the program. Is there any errors are there? Already I checked this one. There is no errors are there. Errors are 0. Warnings are 0. Now I am going to try to execute this one. Here 2 3 5 then star, then plus is there, right? Enter. See here my result is 17, right? This is 17. Already I explained all those things here, right? Enter. Here if I am going to type this one, it will take around 1.5 hours. That's the reason just I copied whatever the content is present in the slides. Same thing is here. Hash include, see here std max 50 stack s postfix expression show. Here all these are I'm going just I copied all those things and I execute this thing, right? This is the evaluation of expression, right? In next class I am going to explain how you are going to convert the infix expression to prefix expression or infix expression to postfix expression, right? Thank you.